tell. It's also a clear example of why the Justice Department has had to fire personnel who you hear Democrats defending. While on the taxpayer's dime, these now fired employees not only weaponized law enforcement, but some of them also retaliated against patriotic whistleblowers. These are indefensible acts. Now I've obtained additional weaponization records thanks to brave whistleblowers that predate Arctic Frost. I've obtained documents created by then Supervisory Special Agent Tebow, dated March 2, 2017. The title of this document is, quote unquote, Trump, and it appears to relate to matters different than Crossfire Hurricane. This document discusses a rumor at FBI headquarters that the FBI's Washington field office was leaning towards opening a case on the Trump campaign. Tebow noted they weren't close to opening an investigation, but did say this, quote, "What are we doing? Aggressively seeking out open source information, human intelligence info that could predicate a case," end of quote. You see, less than 2 months into the Trump's first presidency, the partisan Comey FBI was very hard at work trying to manufacture another case against Trump. Tebow and the FBI eventually got their wish in April 2022 with the opening of Arctic Frost. This was a political fishing expedition to get Trump at all costs, just like Crossfire Hurricane. And of course, it's a disgrace to the taxpayers. Whistleblowers have provided me with another document. This document is a 2017 case, updated, also drafted by then Supervisor Special Agent Tebow. This is a case update for CR-15, the now disbanded and discredited public corruption squad at FBI's Washington field office, which says, quote, McAuliffe case, Steve Sullivan, Chief Financial Officer of Teneo, was interviewed in New York City. Info provided seemed to confirm Teneo was used as a pass-through for Doug Band to pay former President of the United States, end of quote. Doug Band was deputy assistant to then President Clinton and continued to work for him in post-presidency. Therefore, it's pretty clear that the reference to the President of the United States is Bill Clinton. The document further notes additional interviews the FBI planned to conduct as part of the case. This information confirms there was an FBI case on McAuliffe, and it indicates the Clintons and their associates were relevant to it. Did the FBI throw its resources behind this matter just like it did against Trump and his associates? A legitimate question. Or did they sweep it under the rug? A legitimate question. So, General Bondi, I'd like to have you provide me with all the records relating to these matters for further verification. Lastly, whistleblowers have provided me additional records related to the Biden FBI political conduct against Peter Navarro. The first document is a request for physical surveillance on Navarro the day the FBI arrested him. The second document is a timeline of that surveillance. When Navarro, the FBI didn't arrest him at his house, which was literally right next to the FBI headquarters. Instead, they surveilled him and his fiancée all morning, starting at his home, following them to the airport, and then arrested him in public at the Reagan airport. The way Navarro was treated is unnecessary. General Bondi, I would like you to provide me all records relating to this matter. Attorney General Bondi, this Congress, I've made public one document after another, one whistleblower disclosure after another, one example of weaponization after another. So to our average constituent, this is all history, but it's all pointing out the wrong of government, using the power of government to go after people, they're political people you don't like. We're pointing this all out because we can't have this repeated in the United States. We want to end to it right now, whether we have Republican or Democrat administrations. All evidence of your predecessors' total failures. It's time for accountability. And I look forward to hearing about your success in that regard. Senator Durbin.
Thanks, Chairman Gray.
Senator Grassley is not holding back in this hearing. He reveals a supposed FBI operation called Arctic Frost, which, according to him, was used to target Republican senators, even some sitting on that very committee. He calls it an unconstitutional breach and blasts the DOJ for letting law enforcement get weaponized. Grassley brings up multiple documents from whistleblowers that show early FBI efforts, under James Comey's leadership, to dig up dirt on Donald Trump right after he became president. He connects this operation to older cases like Crossfire Hurricane and claims that the FBI was politically motivated against Trump, while possibly protecting Democrats like Bill Clinton and Terry McAuliffe. Grassley also highlights how Peter Navarro, a Trump advisor, was allegedly spied on and followed before being arrested in public, calling it unnecessary and political. In short, Grassley's message is, the DOJ and FBI have been abusing their power for years to go after political enemies, and it's time for accountability, no matter who's in charge. Whoa. Okay, that's a lot to unpack. Grassley just dropped a mountain of receipts on live TV. The way he laid out these documents, names, and dates. This wasn't just a rant. This was a case file being read out loud. If what he's saying is true, that the FBI was running Arctic Frost to target senators and Trump officials, that's next-level concerning. Like, we're talking deep state stuff people used to only whisper about. And the part about Peter Navarro being followed before his arrest? That's wild. It's one thing to make an arrest. It's another to surveil someone's personal life for show. But here's the other side. We've got to stay level-headed. Big accusations like this need proof. Grassley says he's got documents and whistleblowers. So if those are real, it's time for full transparency. No politics, just acts. If there's one thing this whole situation teaches us, it's that power needs checks, no matter who's in charge. Whether it's Republicans or Democrats, no agency should be able to weaponize law enforcement against political opponents. Accountability shouldn't depend on which party's winning. It should depend on truth. All right, guys, this one's heavy. What do you think? Is Grassley exposing real corruption? Or is this just more political theater? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If you're into truth, transparency, and honest reactions, don't forget to like the video, comment your opinion, and subscribe to my shock filer for more breakdowns of political bombshells like this one.